What's going on, guys? Blue Thunder here, back with another Call to Battle video. So recently I ordered 18 new cards from the Game Crafter, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you 9 of those cards, as well as going over some balance changes from the last set of cards that I ordered. So these first 9 cards we have. First up, we have a dark support card called Renewed Spirits. Draw the number of cards equal to the number of creatures that are in your graveyard. Now, one thing you might notice about this card is it has a blue dot down here at the bottom. And what I've done is I've added rarities to all these cards. Blue for common, red for uncommon, and purple for rare. So if you see those dots, that's what they mean. They weren't on the old cards, but they are going to be on these and all the new cards that I make. So, there's that card. You have your Ghost Spirits. Next card we have Ice Blast, which is an ice support card, also a common. This attack does 6 damage and does not activate traps. Next we have Blossom Dancer, and this is the first Earth support card, or Nature, that you've seen. Has 7 health, and its ability reads Sweet Scent. Blossom Dancer cannot be attacked your opponent's first turn it is in play. And it was really hard for me not to write she is in play, just because, I mean, come on, it looks like a girl. It's very feminine. But I mean, I guess you've got to have guy ones too. I don't know. Maybe they have different color flowers or something. But then it has Bloom, draw a card. Next we have Cutterfish, which is the first water card that you've seen. It also has 7 health, no summon cost, and it has 1 attack, Cut. This attack does 2 damage. It's like a little eel type thing with a knife on its tail. And then next we have Scissorfish, which is like the cousin to Cutterfish. Scissorfish is an uncommon card with the red dot. 13 health, water type creature. It has the attack Dual Blade. Roll the die twice. This attack does 2 damage times the number of evens. So you're either going to be doing 4 damage, 2 damage, or no damage. And it has 1 summon cost, which means 1 creature must be in your graveyard in order to play it. Next we have an uncommon support card, which is not type specific, and it is Rainbow Elixir. Your attacking creature can use any type of support cards for 3 turns. And this card right here is probably the game changer in regards to one type being overpowered compared to another. Because you could have Blossom Dancer in your hand, and this is just a basic support attacking card, but say there's a really good attack card that you wanted to play, or even Renewed Spirits. Say you have 9 creatures in your graveyard, but you really want to play this card. You can activate Rainbow Elixir, which means it can now play any type of support cards during your next 3 turns. So that's where that will come in handy in keeping everything balanced, I think. Next we have our first normal / mech creature, which is going to be like normal, steel, robotic, anything of that nature. And it's Windrunner, and Windrunner has 3 health. It is an uncommon card. You may be thinking 3 health, that's awful, can get attacked like once by a creature and killed. But its ability is supersonic. My idea for this thing was it runs so fast, it doesn't even fly. It just runs so fast that it can literally run on the wind. So its ability is supersonic. Your opponent must roll a 6 to attack Windrunner, which could happen on your opponent's first turn. It could be 4 turns. It could be 2 turns. It could be 5 turns. I mean, there's really no way of knowing. And then Peck. This attack does 1 damage. And you just saw a glimpse of this card. Recently, I was watching one, well, not recently, but I was watching one of Kiwi KJ's videos, and he said something about Perpetuous not being used anymore in his game. And I mean, I love Perpetuous, as does most everybody else who has seen his videos, who has played the game, anything like that. And so I said, hey, can I use him in my game? Keep the same name and stuff. And he said, sure. So here we have Perpetuous. He kept the same name, and he has the dark typing. He is the first rare card that you've seen because he has a purple dot, and you must have 2 creatures in your graveyard in order to summon him. He has 18 health, and his ability is really good. Maybe overpowered, I don't know. I'd have to play test it in order to figure it out. But Puppet Master. Choose one of the defending creature's abilities. The defending creature cannot use that ability while Perpetuous is in play. All of Perpetuous' attacks do +1 damage. So that is Perpetuous. He's a rare card. And then in the next video, I will show you guys the next 9 cards that I ordered. Now for some of the changes that I've made for the other cards. Alright, so first change was on Ice Minion. It is the Ice typing. His health was dropped to 10. Flyby now does 2 damage instead of just 1 damage. It still does not activate traps though. And its summon cost was dropped to 0, so you can play him right off the bat. You don't have to have any creatures in your graveyard. So I believe he is an uncommon. He's a really good uncommon, actually. Change we made to Healing Curse. Right now it reads, your opponent cannot play a healing card during their next 3 turns. And I was like, well, what if they have an ability on their creature that heals them? So I changed it to, your opponent cannot be healed at all during their next 3 turns. So I felt like that was just broader and made more sense for the card. Tempest, it does 7 damage. I have no idea why I put a summon cost of 2. Like, really, it doesn't have any summon cost at all. So, Goblin. I believe the only change was Coin Trick. Right now it says draw a card. Goblin cannot use Coin Trick during your next turn. I changed that to Coin Trick, just draw a card, which means you can use it consecutively to build up your hand and get more cards in there. Next we have Goblin Chieftain, and he has a ridiculous summon cost, so I cut 2 of those off. It is now 4. I believe everything else is the same because of his ability. It is a really good ability. You're going to be doing extra damage every attack that you do. So that was the change made for him. Lucky Die, right now it says, roll the die at the beginning of your next 3 turns. If even, draw a card. And I was thinking, that's really a bad card because one card that I have not made yet, it was in the other hand-drawn cards. It's withdraw, draw 3 cards. I was like, well, why would you even want this card when you have a chance at drawing 3 when you could play withdraw and indefinitely draw 3? So this one is been changed to roll the die at the beginning of your next 6 turns, if even, draw a card. So that ups your chances. You can potentially, if you get an even each time, draw 6 cards. So it's just luck, as in the name. Guardian Sword. Right now it is a light support. This attack does 6 damage. This attack does +3 damage if Royal Sky Guardian is in play. So I changed it. This attack does 7 damage, and this attack does +3 if Royal Sky Guardian is in play. And so basically I just upped the damage a little bit because it is more of a physical attack. It will definitely activate traps, which brings me to a card later on that I'll be talking about. Rainbow Dragon, everything's the same except for summon cost was dropped to 2. Sun Spirit, one of my favorites. Light support card. Dropped to, what was it? Dropped to a 2 summon as well. And basically it's just a 2 summon because of his high health. And like Guardian Sword, I was saying, Fireball, this attack does 6 damage. It was changed to, actually, Fireball is equivalent to where is it at? I hope if I could find the right card. Okay, I found it. It was in the floor somehow. So Fireball is the equivalent to Ice Blast. It will be a common, and Ice Blast reads 6 damage and does not activate traps. And so that is how Fireball is going to react as well. It's going to do 6 damage and not activate traps. And then the last card that received a change was Pyrotic Rock Golem. 28 health. Its summon cost was dropped to 5 instead of 6. And Eruption does 3 damage initially, and then it does 3 damage during your opponent's next turn. So it's going to be doing a total of 6 damage, and its summon was dropped by 1. So those are all the changes in the old cards, and then those were also 9 of the new cards. And so in the next video, I'll show the next 9 cards, and yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you do you, and I'll see you next time.